And now this is where I'm also going to really call you forward to be fucking extra. I know a lot of women, they feel, oh, but that's just not me. I don't like standing out. I don't like being too loud. Doesn't this play into the idea that you're actually too much? Even if you see something, it's got loud leopard print and it's glittery and you're like, whoa, you really like that. But then you tell yourself, oh, but no, people won't take me seriously, or maybe it's not professional, or I'm too old for that. Or I would only wear that back in my days, What is actually available to you if you fucking liked it, you loved it, and you're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna rock it. I don't care if these are gold sequin fucking bell bottoms and I would only wear these back in the 70s, wear it. In my opinion, this whole idea of being too much or extra, I really encourage you to be the fucking drama. Welcome, witches, to the Radiance Unleashed and Unapologetic podcast, your permission slip to embody your primal, raw, unapologetic nature around who you are as an empress, queen, a witch, and a medicine woman creatrix. My name is Sabre. I am an esoteric global business mentor supporting women all around the world to align with their cyclical nature and how they're doing, being, and receiving in life and legacy. If you love what you receive in these transmissions in this show, please make sure to follow and leave a review. Make sure you share with a fellow witch and a sister. I am so honored that you're here to receive, enjoy, and blessings on your journey.
Underneath your flame, cut the cords around me as I speak your name. It's never gonna be the same. Even though I loved you, it was all in vain. And now I gotta break away. Put me in the water, tell me I'm renamed. Higher self-reclaim.
What's up, witches? I am so excited to be here with you today because I've been wanting to do this particular episode for a while. I get asked a lot about where I come up with my clothing ideas, and I work with so many women, and what I find really fascinating is we're doing a retreat that's called Reclamation. It's a coronation ceremony. And I was quite light on the dress code. I just was like red and gold. Because the castle that we're going to be at is red and gold. And I was like, just dress in your Empress energy. And they were like, but I don't know what that is. It's not my normal attire. And I just, honestly, for me, this is my biggest belief about fashion, okay? If you feel like you're one of those women that don't put effort into your looks, there's a difference between, getting out of the house and doing your makeup because you feel like you can't leave the house without your face, quote unquote, and it comes from this lack and insecurity and that you're not enough if you don't have XYZ. Yeah. We have a lot of conditioning around that. But what I've seen is it's created for a lot of women that, okay, they don't place importance of that because they don't want to be plugged into beauty standards. They don't want to be plugged into, what it means to be a beautiful woman. I totally get that. This is not what this conversation is about, okay? I want to let you know that I grew up with a solo mama. I watched her literally spend 2 to 3 hours a day on her hair, her makeup. She literally was one of those people who could not leave the house without putting on her quote unquote face. And there was a lot of stigma around, body image and how we look, etc., to the point where at 8 years old, I developed an eating disorder, and my mom was always poking at my boobs not growing in yet, and then I had a J-Lo booty, but hopefully my boobs would catch up. And we lived in such a small town. We really didn't do anything because I didn't come from money. My mom was really, really struggling, but she would just get herself all dolled up. And it did come from this big, massive place of lack, okay? And it was really, really challenging for me growing up because I started to take on a lot of these concepts around what it means to dress up and to be a woman, etc. And one day I got a job back in the day before I became an entrepreneur. Gosh, I think this was when I was 18 or 19. I got a job at Macy's. And in the States, in the USA, we have, it's like a big cosmetic store / clothing store. They hold all kinds of things. I worked in the shoe department. And I was told actually that I had to come to work with makeup on. At one time, I came to work. I had this shirt on that showed my armpits, and I didn't shave my armpits. And they told me that I needed to shave my armpits in order to come to work, and that I needed to like put makeup on. And I remember rebelling against the beauty industry after that. I quit that job and I went full hippie. Like I very much was like, fuck makeup. I stopped shaving. I had to reclaim I had to really let go of all of the beauty standards of what I was raised with and let that all go and go into my hippie phase. And in that phase, it was very healing for me to just actually own, okay, I don't need makeup. I don't need to have waxed everything, you know? It was really beautiful. And then I found burlesque. Oh, burlesque. I found burlesque in Santa Cruz, mind you. And if y'all don't know what Santa Cruz, it's like such a rad hippie town. But I found a community of women who were dressed just so fabulous with hairy ass legs, hairy armpits. Some of them wore makeup, some of them didn't. Some of them had lots of stretch marks, you know, like bearded women, all types of beauty. But we were playing with our adornment of the avatar of who we are and fucking rocked it. And that to me was a full paradigm shift, because no longer was beauty and makeup something that I needed to do because I was less than. It was something that I desired to play with because I was embracing what I got. Okay, so this is something that I just really desire for all women to know, that you get to play with your beauty. It doesn't have to come from this place of lack and insecurity, but actually you get to play with your beauty and your adornment as a way of this sacred act, this sacred embodiment, because your body is a temple. Your body is a temple. What do you go to? When you see temples around the world, they are so adorned, right? The beauty, it amplifies the reverence and the amplification of the energy that is distilled within the temple, right? So today I just wanted to share about some of the ways that I really look at how I dress, because I don't dress to impress. I dress to empress. Because for me, an empress, and I'm speaking of empress from the tarot card, yeah, we have the empress and we have the emperor, which really embody the divine masculine and feminine dynamics of union. And we have them both within ourselves, yeah? So the empress is very much of that of creation, of magnetism. She doesn't have to try to be beautiful, right? She just is. She is beauty. She magnetizes, she surrounds it. And a part of me stepping into that energy, and us as women stepping into that energy, is to embrace our beauty. So, dress to empress, to impress. There's so many things. Okay, first off, I want to say that a lot of people, they will get stuck by, in fact, I'm so curious if you feel like you have things I don't cover in this episode. I would love to hear. You could message me at the Rich Witch Prophet on my messenger on Instagram, and let me know any questions that you have about this topic, because I'm really, really curious. Some of the big things that I see women get stuck on is, okay, I don't know how to find something that matches my figure. And while that's yeah, I get that you want to find something that matches your figure. If you're someone that's super, super petite, like shorter and smaller than most, and someone who's a bit more bigger than most, you know, like a plus size woman, it's really most important about how you feel. Yeah, because actually how you feel, your energy of how you feel from the inside out is going to matter so much more than how it looks from the inside out. Granted, there are things that can fit your shape. Like I know for a lot of women, horizontal stripes is just going to widen, you know, what you got. More vertical stripes is going to have things be more slimmer. Darker colors are more slimmer, right? But it's not a black and white thing, no pun intended, when we talk about stripes and dark colors and contrasts and stuff, but it's very much about how you feel. So for me, of course, I don't want something like, oh, God forbid, I used to do corsets and heels and things like this walking out, and I just am not in that world because I want my womb to feel open and loose. I haven't worn jeans, God, in like, oh la la, I think since high school. I don't even know. But jeans, I feel like, are such a suppression of like our womb space. For me, it's so important for the womb space to feel open. And sometimes I'll have like these belts and things like that I'll put over to like layer a shirt. But even that, sometimes I can tell that when I sit on a chair, how do I feel? Do I feel like I have to cover up something? Do I feel like I have to kind of shift? Do I feel like I have to adjust things all the time? Do I have to feel like I can't sit a certain way? If I'm feeling any of those types of feelings, then I can't just sit in a chair and really relax in my throne, so to speak, and just really feel that softness within me, then it ain't it. It ain't it. It might be it for a photo or two, but overall, it ain't it. That's all I really go by in terms of, you know, in terms of something that forms my shape. I'm just like, does it restrict my shape? That's more what I look for. Another thing that I really look for is, you know, ask yourself, what are your archetypes that you're rocking lately? For me, lately, I've been really connecting with the sun energy, especially since equinox came and it's getting more warm, the sun's out shining more, and I started this podcast, Radiance Unleashed and Unapologetic, and radiance is, you know, especially in the tarot card, we have the sun, right? It is around your radiance. And I bought for the equinox, I got a sunflower and put it at the front of my door. So every time when I walk in, it reminds me of that radiance. But also what I'm wearing, actually, even in this particular one, if you're watching the video of this, I'm wearing a lot of gold. I'm wearing a lot of golds lately. I'm doing this masterclass these days called Liquid Legacy Masterclass, and it's a masterclass that I have that teaches women how to make money on social media, getting paid to be them with affiliate marketing. And even the masterclass itself, it inspired me to rock the gold. Liquid Legacy. Like I see gold. I see golden water droplets, you know? So I'm really embodying this energy of my radiance era. So I'm connecting with the sun energy and bringing those colors in. My nails right now are even this bronze, chrome, gold type of thing. This is what I mean is what is the archetypes or energy that you're really embodying right now. It could be colors. It could be tarot cards. When I think of the Empress, right? Our whole entire retreat is red and gold. The place is red and gold. It's like royalty, right? You see like the gold filigrees and the red velvets. And so when I was thinking of what I'm going to wear for our coronation ceremony, I was like, I'm going to wear red velvet. Red velvet. And I just searched the stuff on keywords, guys, like my archetypes, my colors, the vibe that I'm really reaching for are the keywords that I search for. So I searched literally on Google, good old Google. Sure, you could go to specific websites, but I like Google because you can go into the products section or the shopping section after a keyword and you will find all kinds of websites that fit the description of what you're sharing. To feed the information for your description, you could think of, let's say, okay, I said red and gold, velvet. I even typed in the word Empress. I mean, why not? Royal dress, royalty dress, or even Victorian. And your girl ChatGPT, or boy ChatGPT, however you address your ChatGPT, you can ask it to expand on these, okay? So like, you could just type in that as a keyword first and foremost. Go into Google product section, you'll see all these websites that it's recommending. It's pulling from all these websites that fit your keywords. Maybe you have oh my God, I love Pinterest for this, because maybe you have a deity that you're connecting with and working with. Lately, I've been really connecting with Lilith energy, so I've been wearing a lot of black lipstick because it's like so bold and unapologetic. Yeah, it's so fucking bold and unapologetic, and also, which is Lilith energy. And also, I really love Egyptian energy, Egyptian codes. I went and got my nails done. Oh, hi, boo-boo. He just came up on my lap. I went and got my nails done, and I got leopard print on one nail. I got an Ankh on another nail. I got an eye of Horus on another nail. I got a snake on another nail. And I think of these symbols, right? These symbols that mean a lot to me. There's the serpent. I work with the serpent a lot. You can even think of your animal medicine. A serpent really represents transformation and shedding and kundalini sexual energy, right? It's also quite taboo and represents the underworld or shadow work quite a lot. So serpent energy, I had that rocking. And I cut my bangs straight, because when I think of Egyptian energy, I think of straight bangs, like Cleopatra, right? And people come up to me all the time and they say that I have Cleopatra energy. And it's literally coming from me just, I'm adorning myself to step into this energy and this embodiment of it. And I'm telling you, it actually works as a spell, as an incantation, as an invocation. Sorry, incantation is a bit more of you're speaking. But invocation, like I'm invoking these energies within by actually adorning myself, the temple of me, to exuberate this energy. I'm telling you, one of the things that I do is I actually get my nails done around every new moon. And I think of what I'm transmuting or moving through, like what's the theme that I'm really stepping into for this next moon phase. Yeah. And I'm telling you, it is on point all the time. All the time. The Egyptian, when I did my nails, the Egyptian set last month, the moon month, I literally, like, you can't fucking make this shit up. I was walking in Paris and I found this oracle card on the ground just by itself. It said, La Mère de la Vie, the mother of life. And it was an Ankh. It was an Ankh with freaking scarab wings. I found an Isis freaking oracle card in the middle of Paris. And I was really invoking these Egyptian energies. And I had that shit on my nails. So it's so powerful to anoint yourself, to adorn yourself with these energies that you're calling in, and just watch how the world just unfolds and brings to you so much of this. I also started just connecting with more people who were Egyptian, which I thought was really interesting. And it just goes to show, right? Even working with Lilith energy, like I just have been really intentionally using more black lipstick, even if I'm wearing no makeup. Like today, I was like, I'm just gonna put on the black lipstick. I'm walking in Paris. I find a fucking random bar. I didn't go to the bar, but like I walked by it. It said Lilith. I'm like, okay. Like, she out here, because I'm invoking that energy through what I'm actually adorning myself through. So just to recap on some of the core pieces that I said, it's like thinking about your archetypes. You know, are you working with a tarot archetype or the queen vibe, right? Or the bad bitch. I had my boss babe era too, where I had to get my blazer, you know, and some really baddie sunglasses and like these blue light filter glasses that look like super smarty glasses, like reading glasses. And I was like, every time I put on that, I'm like, yeah, shit's getting done. This is my boss babe. So like, what archetype are you working with? What colors shine through to that archetype? I mean, you could even go as simple as chakras. Because did you know there's 7 chakras and there's 7 days of the week? Each day of the week even represents different chakras. You could keep it as simple as like, okay, Sunday is sun day. Sunday is the day that I dress as the sun. And you can play with that, you know, if you're working on some throat chakra energy, wearing more blues, etc. So like, what are the colors? The archetypes, the colors, the animal spirits, the deities that you may be invoking from within, or even just symbols. Symbols, you can think of geometric symbols, or, you know, people love the butterfly, right? For transformation, these kinds of things. All of that. I don't worry too much about, oh, is this going to fit my figure? I don't know how it's going to look, but tell me how it feels. And so with online shopping, this is the thing, right? Is often I'll just get more than what I actually need because I can always take it back if it don't work out on size, you know? I totally love the novelty of actually being somewhere in person and trying on the things, etc. But I don't know, for me, I'm just so specific. I like to be very specific. Because what I find is I still stay open. You know, it's kind of like dating apps versus dating a real person. It's like I stay open when I'm walking around, but I know when I'm shopping online, I can get real specific and I can really filter exactly what I want. I compare everything to dating. It's so funny. But for real though, but I still stay open. You know, I'll look at shop windows and I'm like, oh my God, if you feel that pull towards an outfit, you know, you feel it when it has a charge. That means there's something there for you to activate by actually going and getting that damn thing, okay? Oh, it's so fun. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about with this? Oh, makeup. Oh yeah, ooh la la, makeup. You know, after growing up and watching my mom just really put on her face because she couldn't get out of the house without, you know, she couldn't accept who she was. She was always nitpicking that. I had a really interesting relationship with makeup. Thank you. Someone just said they love the fit. I appreciate it. I'm talking exactly about your magical fit and how to dress in magical ways. It came in just at the right time. I did have a very interesting relationship with makeup growing up, but as I mentioned, burlesque was what really helped me to heal that relationship a lot, because it no longer was about, oh, I'm going to do this makeup because I need to be accepted in society by wearing this makeup. It now was like, okay, what character am I playing out on stage? What do I desire to express? This glam, the glitter, the eyelashes, like these quite dramatic, like super fucking extra things. And now this is where I'm also going to really call you forward to be fucking extra. I know a lot of women, they feel, oh, but that's just not me. I don't like standing out. I don't like being too loud. Doesn't this play into the idea that you're actually too much? Even if you see something, it's got loud leopard print and it's glittery and you're like, whoa, you really like that. But then you tell yourself, oh, but no, you know, people won't take me seriously, or maybe it's not professional, or I'm too old for that. Or, I would only wear that back in my days, you know? What is actually available to you if you fucking liked it? you loved it and you're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna rock it. I don't care if these are gold sequin fucking bell bottoms and I would only wear these back in the 70s, you know, like, wear it. In my opinion, this whole idea of being like too much or extra, like, I really encourage you to be the fucking drama. Yes, be the drama. Because what medicine is for you when you allow yourself to be loud and proud about what you're attracted to, imagine what that does for your self-esteem. I believe how you do anything is how you do everything, as within, so without. Right? So it's like the way that you dress really tells a big story about how you're feeling from the inside. I know, it's concept, right? So I gave myself big permission for this when I first started going to Burning Man. One of the principles in Burning Man is called radical self-expression. And one of the biggest common things that people experience when they go to Burning Man is they're like, oh my God, this dude is fucking wearing a tutu. Are you gay? And you find out, no, he's married and he has kids and everything. He's just fucking breaking societal standards. And it's really transformational for him. So it's just a Tuesday at Burning Man. They have tutu Tuesdays at Burning Man. That's just, yeah, even men wear the tutus. Gay, straight, queer or not. Or clothes or no clothes, like all these things, right? And it's people's edges. But that radical self-expression, it's like people finally giving themselves permission to get the fuck out of the conditioning and just rock it and see how it feels. Even if it's something silly they wouldn't wear in their everyday life. It's like, if you are ever in this position of telling yourself that you could never, you know, and you find yourself judging it, baby girl, if you are judging something, that is actually something within you that you're resisting. I know. So there's just so much medicine in being too loud and this quote unquote too much and stepping into this. And guess what? The ironic thing is, people are afraid of the looks that they will get. And trust me, I live in Paris, France, okay? People be judgmental all the time walking by, you know? I have certainly had super French people that stop and they look at me up and down like this, with their nose up in the air, like, ugh. And on the other side of that, on the same goddamn days, I have the most heart-open, expanding people that tell me, even French people, that tell me that I am such a breath of fresh air because I embody freedom. And then I attract these really awesome people. It's almost like you fully repel the people that are just like not for you. You know, you get to really see the mirror of who don't accept you. So you can really open yourself to the people who radically accept you, because you now are radically accepting yourself. So it's a great conversation starter when you wear something that's too loud. And you just allow yourself to step into this energy of like, I accept myself for who I am. And then the people that you attract, you just attract expanders. You know, the people that I meet that feel like, which I get having modesty as a value, okay? Like, I get it. But when there's a judgment behind it, when I meet people that are like, oh, I could never be, you know, go to a spa where it's co-ed and you be naked in front of people. Or, oh, I could never, you know, wear something that's too loud. Or they've got all these, like, limitations. And it's like, they are typically the people who, no offense to people that work regular jobs, or like, I'm no shade to them, but I'm just saying they're people that don't have a spark lit up inside of them. They're living lives where they probably are working jobs that they fucking hate. And they're just kind of in this mundane, and there's like this untapped potential that they're not allowing themselves to express. It's like, oh my God, it's all connected. So if you are one of those people that feel like, oh, well, that's not my typical wardrobe, lean in, especially for y'all who are going to my retreat, the reclamation coronation ceremony. if you're like, oh, I don't normally wear flowy dresses, or oh, I don't normally wear, royal red and gold. It's like, great. This is such an invitation for you to step in and embody an archetype. Because if you be embodying this archetype where you feel frumpy from the inside out, and for those of you listening to this, if you feel frumpy, and that's not okay. And it doesn't mean that you're submitting to societal standards of what beauty means. You get to define and embody your own beauty. You are a god's or goddess or universe or spirit's gift of life. Whether you are a man or a woman, you get to embody that right and embrace it. So these roles and these archetypes and the way that you express, it's going to support you in amplifying and leaning into that in such a beautiful way. One of my favorite sayings is, the earth without art is eh. It's so fucking true. And you are art. And if you're not allowing yourself to adorn yourself as such, then you're missing a big part of the puzzle of who you are. So, my experience now doing makeup is, I went into makeup, but then I went into being too much. Anyway, it's perfect. One of the rituals that I now have to adorn myself in the day, I got this organic, it has SPF, and it's a foundation that kind of, because I have very red cheeks, I get very, my Ayurvedic practitioner that I saw, I stopped seeing him because I didn't want to hear that I wasn't supposed to be eating all these ginger and spices and hot sauce and cacao, and I was like, I just want to eat whatever I want. He's like, yeah, but you got a lot of fire and pitta, so that's why your face is red. I'm like, you know what? Okay, fine. Anyway, point being, I could sit here and be like, oh, I need to do my face, in order to be seen out in the world. And I go out in the world with no makeup all the fucking time. However, I really wanted to have something that I felt like was nourishing for my skin, but also was helping balance the redness, but also, eliminated the redness, and I'd be like, oh, okay. But I knew it was also good for my skin. So I got this organic SPF, lotion stuff that has little foundation, and it's so good for my skin. And I put that on, and I'm just I'm gathering more organic makeup actually, because it's just what I deserve, organic makeup on my skin if I'm going to do any makeup, right? I put on amazing music. One of my favorite affirmation beats is Toni Jones, ToniJones, Toni Jones. She's this fabulous woman who's a rapper, and she just has the most incredible queen affirmations type of self-love music. Okay, so just try this out. I play her music, not every day her music, but often I'll play her music, and I will just get myself ready. I have a scrub that I use that I make with rose essential oil, ylang ylang, lavender, and rose petals and sugar and salt and honey and jojoba oil. And I use that as what I scrub myself with all over in the shower with my mineral shower filter. And then I get out and I put this rose water on, and it makes me just feel so sensual and delicious. And I'm listening to this juicy music, right? Then I got the mirror. I make sure my mirror feels so beautiful. It's clean. It's got this beautiful pink bouquet, this dry bouquet on the side. And it feels like it's my magic mirror, right? It's I look at that mirror every day of myself, and I'm conscious and aware of even adorning the fucking mirror that I look at myself with. So I can know that I'm looking at myself with intention and recognizing the beauty within, yeah? And so I have my makeup, and I do my makeup as this way of when I put on my makeup, it's almost like I have this alter ego. Just like the way that I was talking about the archetypes and deities and different ways that you can shine through your outfits, it's I think of this with the way that I do my makeup too. So when I do my makeup, especially because I'm a content creator and I'll do videos and things like this, there's something about, especially when I do my eyelashes, I didn't do them today, but when I put my eyelashes on, it's it's on. not the eyelashes, but like the game's fucking on when I have eyelashes on. It's hard for me to not actually do video content, you know, especially for you business owners. If you're like, it's like you put on, you switch into this energy, and you have, if you know of neuro-linguistic programming, there's actually anchors that have you feel certain feelings. And I use my makeup, the way that I dress, like colors I wear, everything as anchors to activate the frequency and the feelings within me. So I often do a smoky eye. And when I do a smoky eye, it's always, I don't really use not often any other colors other than like these gold and bronze and then going into black. And I put my eyelashes on and suddenly it's on, you know, like I'm in like she's getting done mode, you know, like she's on fire kind of mode, right? And even if I'm really chilling that day, even just making sure that I'm wearing something that feels really soft and open and not restrictive in my body, even just putting on a little bit of lipstick like I did today, of just the black lipstick, it's just like, it just feels, it has me anchor into that Lilith energy or whatever energy I'm connecting to, even if it's subtle. I know some people like to even do just like a little bit of mascara. When they have that, they feel like they can really like penetrate with their energy into the world, like really radiate through their eyes. Just a simple thing, right? So I just love this reframe around what we look at as beauty standards. And big caveat to this, I just want to express, because I know a lot of people go into even the realms of plastic surgery with this. I'm just going to let you know flat out, I am not someone that, okay, I was going to go to medical school to be a plastic surgeon, okay? Like that's literally what I would have graduated from school at just last year if I didn't fucking break free from the matrix and decide to quit everything and become an entrepreneur 8 years ago. So I have a special spot in my heart for women who feel conflicted with this energy of beauty standards. And that's why I really wanted to make this episode, because I'm speaking about dressing up and like cosmetics and things like this, but I really want to anchor into the reframe that it's not because you don't do it because you're activating something that you feel like it's not enough or not beautiful. The big reframe is you're amplifying certain energies. It's like it's an invocation. It's an intention, and it's all good for your body. You know, like you can even go the extra layer of wearing all organic and natural fibers. I will totally admit I'm not that bitch, because often a lot of the shiny fun patterns, like they're just not that, and yeah, that's just not something I do. But when it comes to plastic surgery, I know that a lot of people do this because they also will kind of run with the, oh, well, I just wanted it this way. And you know, there's no difference in getting a dress that you love, etc. And I personally will fucking fully disagree, because I'm sorry, but there are so many complications that come from plastic surgery. And if you feel like you really have to violate your body and cut yourself open to be beautiful, like I just want to let you know that what I'm saying in this particular episode is not that whatsoever. The biggest core value that I stand for is self-love, like full self-love, and really setting an intention in a way that really is never going to do harm to yourself, you know? I felt called to drop that in because, you know, as I watched my mom do her makeup just like religiously and in this way where it was from such insecurity, she also was telling me like, oh, you're gonna go to medical school and become a plastic surgeon and fix my boobs and fix my nose and give me a facelift. And you know what? I was 8 years old freaking becoming bulimic and an over exerciser for like 6 hours in a day. I would exercise at 8 years old, and I would take my stuffed animals and I would give them tummy tucks and facelifts. So I had a lot of conditioning around body image and beauty standards. And to be honest, like, performing arts really saved my life, but I know that for a lot of people, they stepped into that world and it actually kind of ruined them. You think of people who stepped into Hollywood, right? And then they really fell into the beauty standards. And then, cut themselves open and just over plastic surgery. And then just actually it came from not accepting themselves. So I just really love being a stand for women and men, anyone, to embrace their temples, like really seeing this, your body, your archetype, your avatar, as a temple, and it deserves to be appreciated and revered and accepted and adorned. It's got to be both, right? If you are adorning and accentuating, but you feel like you feel like you really have to cut open something, is really tricky. So I just wanted to end it with that, because I just want to make sure that people, especially who are maybe really young listening to this, like, just don't get caught in the standard of that you're not enough or that you're not beautiful if you don't wear certain things or you don't look a certain way. It's like the whole point is to actually have fun, but stay safe, stay healthy. Make sure it's coming from a whole place. Yeah? And we're not fucking perfect, Sometimes I have gone out and felt like I really wanted validation because I really wanted to be loved. I was feeling lonely and all this stuff. And maybe I would dress a little bit extra. And a part of it wasn't for me. It was maybe for others. And that's okay. But as long as we have this beautiful awareness of it, we can, love ourselves along the way of this beautiful journey. So, dress to Empress. The Empress within you deserves to shine, and it doesn't matter how old you are. I know you be hearing this right now from a woman who's 30 years old with no kids, I get it. And it does not mean that you cannot take the truth of these words for you and borrow my belief, borrow my love, because I love you. Even though I don't know you, I love you because you're a human, you're a sister, you mean so much to me. You matter because you are made of matter. So just, even if all you did was listen to this and allow me to be the permission slip for you to go out and fucking rock what you got, have fun with it. Have so much fun with it. If this episode resonated with you, please message me at the Rich Witch Prophet. I would love to hear any of your takeaways. If you want to share anything from this, screenshot it or screen record and share in your stories and tag me. Please like and subscribe if you're watching this actually on my Instagram right now as I'm live. I have a podcast that's called Radiance, Unleashed and Unapologetic. Make sure you go and give it a follow, give it a rating, share it with another soul sister. It's a podcast all about sex, money, and magic and your amplification of all that. And I would say this one falls in the category of magic because, baby girl, your magic is in all of who you are. And don't forget that also is how you exuberate yourself in the world. All right, that's it for me. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now, and I'll see you next time. Okay, I trust that this message landed for you, Empress, Queen, Goddess, Witch, at the right time, in the right place, and in the right way. Again, make sure you leave a review, 5 stars, if it feels resonant for you. And I'm really looking forward to hearing from you of what resonated with you in this episode over on Instagram at the Rich Witch Prophet. You can check out the free masterclass Liquid Legacy to learn how women all around the globe are getting paid to be in their unique, authentic magnetism in collaboration with water witches around the world. I'll see you soon.